What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next death of a Town Hall 10 video. And this is going to be another one where the Town Hall 9s are doing the work. All Town Hall 9 hits on a Town Hall 10. Now, obviously, it's an early Town Hall 10, but they do start to finish, get the 3 stars. So let's get looking at the base and see how it was done. All right, here's the base that is in question. You can pause the video maybe here, get a game plan in your head, see how you might hit it, and see if it is very similar to the way the guys at OneHive take care of it. Let's get to the first attack. All right, the first one to hit this base was Noah, and again, in a war like this, like we've been having, we're outnumbered as far as Town Hall 10s and 11s go. But having Town Hall 9 stepping up and trying to get some of these lower Town Hall 10s when you have a lot of Town Hall 9 attacks left over is very important. And so did a good. All the guys that got this one done did a good job. And Noah had a good plan going into it right from the start. You see a couple of minions down there at the bottom. That's going to create that funnel, make sure the queen goes the direction he wants. Wall breakers going in right there. Opens that up, and then she continues her walking. You see the wizard did get that army camp up there just to make sure she didn't walk around the base. As she steps up and takes out this this storage, she will aggro the CC troops here in just a moment as well. He does have a poison for that, and he's got 3 rages, so he's going to be able to keep her up, keep her moving forward as he needs to. Sorry guys, my throat is still a little bit messed up, so if I sound a little off, that's what it is. The poison spells drop down there, and he goes ahead, drops the rage spell down. Now, probably, in my opinion, the rage was too early. The poison would have kept the queen from needing the rage just yet, and he has to deal with that queen eventually, too. So once she gets that taken care of, she moves on to the air defense and then the expo. That's a lot of high HP buildings she's having to take out. Now she steps up, starts taking out the queen, but the rage is wore off. That forces him to pop his ability instead of saving it for later there. Not a huge deal, but, you know, any little thing like that can make a difference. Now, here at the bottom, he's got his golem going down, a wizard creating the funnel, and the jump spell is going to send his king in, which is just going to allow him to move right into this next compartment and wants to get in there and get that inferno tower taken care of and the air defense that's down there. Queen is still doing her thing, working her way through. There you see the king jumping right in, uses the ability, but the problem here is the king's taking a lot of damage. And he used the king's ability instead of dropping the poison first. So that sort of negated itself. He didn't get the full benefit of both of those. You see how low the king's already getting as he moves in. Have to deal with an enemy king and then also trying to deal with that inferno tower. It's just too much. He's going to go down. The golem's going to go down here. It explodes. But the queen is there, and she is going to be able to step up and help out here in just a moment. Right there, she takes out to that next storage, or excuse me, that next spell factory, but boom, she goes down because she can't get healed back up. Starts the attack from the top here. Golems going, lava hounds going in, balloons going in, gets that inferno tower taken care of. But the bottom line is, because the bottom did not go so well with that king taking too much damage, he was doing too much tanking. It just wasn't enough. And as these balloons and these lava hounds get down here, it is just GG. The multi-inferno cooks them down under the defense of that air defense. It's just too much, and they can't get it done. So good try to know, a good start. Great opener, you know, knows what he can do there as far as an opener. Just not quite enough for the 3-star. But let's watch the progression as the next attack happens. All right, the next one is Mr. Yasbeck, and he just almost gets this one done. We're going to fast forward a little bit because we just saw the start of this. The minions go down, the queen goes down, the walk in there uses all of the same things. There are some slight differences, but we'll talk about those as we get there. Wall breakers open everything up. You see that wizard again grabbing that army camp, and then right here as the queen goes down, he should eventually aggro the CC troops. They'll start coming out. And then right there, boom, drops that poison. Now, the poison was a little bit far out. You'll see that they're actually stepping out of the poison, so now they're no longer slowed. But not a huge deal, but just a little bit too far up. But as those skeletons get in there and the witches get in there, they all go down. But now he did not use the ability, and he did not use the rage spell. He had to hold on to that. So now as he approaches and starts to aggro the queen, easily going to be able to take care of her without having to use the ability. So she takes care of that, moves on to the expo, and continues on doing her thing, beating through the wall there. Now, the same thing on the king down here. We'll start to fast forward again. But he does let this golem, I think, get out a little bit better ahead there. He waits a little longer to drop his king because of lets the golem get a few more shots in on that mortar for it to go down. So now he's moving a little bit deeper, drops the rage first, did not pop his king's ability, letting them get the benefit of that rage. Once the rage starts to wear off and his king's beat down a little bit, then goes ahead and pops the king's rage, which boosts him back up in health and also continues that sort of extra damage instead of having it, sort of cancel itself out. So now he's onto the Inferno Tower. It goes down, but again, comes in from the top. You see that air sweeper there? That air sweeper is playing a huge role protecting that Inferno Tower. Even under Rage, having a hard time sort of getting to it. They do finally get to it, but look how it keeps pushing them back, taking a lot of damage while that's happening. Finally get over that air sweeper, take it out. Drops a few more balloons on the bottom side. Everything's starting to close in. Everything's looking pretty good here. The Queen's in the middle taking care of some of, some skeleton traps there. Taking those down. Last few balloons deployed there. Everything's just trying to get to this last air defense. Balloons are not going to get to it. The Queen's going to get to it, take it all out, but now he's just going to run out of time. You see, he's got some pubs left. It's just not enough, though. The Queen's sort of landlocked. She has to beat through a lava wall, get down here towards the bottom, gets way, way down there, close to getting it done, but runs out of time with a 97% complete. So good try to Mr. Yasbeck, but didn't get it done. Let's look at the next attack. All right, the next one is Sofles, and again, you're going to see the same opener, same start. Everybody knows that part works, and it's what you need to do to get in there and get this base taken care of. So dropping those minions down, letting them do their thing. There goes the Queen. Here in a moment, you're going to see the wall breakers come in. This wizard tower actually, that wizard does get that army camp taken care of. I'm not sure what exactly changed on this one. It's kind of strange. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Everything's looking pretty similar here. The CC troops are coming out. Of course, he gets that poison on him again. I think it's a little bit too far out. Should have pushed a little bit closer to the Queen because now he has to use the rage and the ability. But she does get the Queen taken care of, get everything done. I guess it's just the order she sort of walked in at. But anyway, she walks out on the space. So she starts to walk around towards the top there. Not really what he wants at all. And then again, right here, the King gets down. Everything's looking good right there. The Golem is out doing most of the tanking here. But with the Queen not stepping up, she's not helping out at all. She's not drawing any fire from that X-bow or anything like that. Just that extra damage coming in on them. Does drop the rage down first, let them start beating through some of this a little bit quicker. Golem, all you busted into Golemites there. But right here, it's going to have to go ahead and pop that King's ability. Pops it up, gets onto that defending King. He goes down pretty quickly. A couple more swings, he'll go down. But as you can see, no way he's getting that Inferno Tower taken down. And from there, the Queen's up top. She's got a beam from that Inferno Tower on her. Going to get that Inferno Tower taken down. Queen gets healed back up. But with that Inferno Tower at the bottom not going down, it's just not going to happen. Had that Inferno Tower at the bottom went down, which it does not have a lot of life left on it, probably would have been a 3-star. But King just didn't quite get it. You know, these little bitty things, sometimes they just go differently. Pretty much the same deployment, same attack. Just some little things like that. And that Queen walking, who knows why she walked there. Just a little bit different angle she came in at. Went from in a different order, taking out the trash buildings, led to her going around the outside. So it cost him the 3-star probably, but definitely a good effort, a good try by Sofles. Now let's watch the attack that finally got the 3-star. All right, here it is, Dirt putting it all together. We'll do the same thing. We'll fast forward a little bit until we get to the part that everything goes a little differently. And one key adjustment that I think that that Dirt made that made a big difference. Now, also notice the placement of the wall breakers, how much higher up he put that. That's going to allow the Queen to sort of work her way down instead of her working her way up and eliminating the possibility of her walking around like that. So she's going to go in a little bit different order as she takes out these defenses. You see the poison right there on top of her. That's perfect. Then just goes ahead and drops that rage down. As the CC troops start going down, the Queen will step up, take out that X-bow, and then she'll go down. So now she's in a different spot. She's ended up differently, works her way down to that storage, and no chance of her walking up towards the top here. On the bottom, same thing. Look how long he's holding the King now, though. They've learned their lesson on that. They're holding the King. Excuse me. Another wizard goes down. The jump spell. Now everything's out in front, and they've got a wizard helping out a little bit, taking out some more damage. The rage goes first. Everything's closing in, but look at the King. He's in great shape right here. Pops that ability, takes that enemy King out, knows that they're going to get that Inferno Tower taken care of, and the Queen is taking the damage from that X-bow instead of the King taking it right there. So that's a big factor. Pops the Queen's ability just to dump some aggro, but look at where he's starting his Lava Hounds and his balloons on the bottom. Even though you would think, okay, I got to get to that Inferno Tower first. That sweeper was causing massive damage. Extra damage coming. So coming from this side, he gets to negate that sweeper. Even though he's going to have some damage coming from that Inferno Tower, he's not going to have his balloons and his pups and his lava hounds and all that pushed away. He's going to be able to target everything directly. And then as soon as they start clearing it out, getting to that last air defense, which they do right there, they start sending the balloons in from the top. But again, you're going to drop that rage in. Those balloons are going to get that sweeper taken care of. And even just them right there with that lava hound in there, you're going to get right onto that inferno tower, take it down, and then the last few defenses fall. And as I said, just minor adjustments, little things like using those wall breakers a little higher up, holding that king just a little bit longer. Those are the things that you learn the progression of these attacks, and you get to that final 3-star of that Town Hall 10 that's so hard to get to, especially as a Town Hall 9 like that on a good layout. But these guys made it look very easy. At least Dirt did at the end there, so awesome job to you, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Until next time, Jake from OneHive doing my best to help you guys suck less.